joined full force with Africa to forge new trade and economic relationships with the former colonial powers of Europe. The search for Pan-Africanism and the new African Renaissance needs to be infused with new energy and impelled by a wider vision.
Integration has been the spirit driving this movement, for it seems pretty safe now to assume that Africa is on the rise.
Our general impression is Africa has taken stock of her past and came out very well resolved, you know, to remedy the situation, to correct the wrongs that have been around with us and has really affected our progress. And it is indeed very encouraging, you know, to see that you know, most of the African leaders, all of them that spoke, you know, really acknowledge, the reason why we celebrated, you know, 50 years of existence of the OAU. Indeed, there were reasons to celebrate. Also recognizing the founding fathers, their sacrifices to the liberation of Africa. Today, it was actually paying tribute, you know, to those founding fathers and taking cue from, you know, their sense of sacrifice, their sense of love and devotion to African progress, African prosperity. Yeah.
And 50 years have gone by, of course, but another 50 years have been carved out of this summit. What do you think? What is your vision of that 50 years, and also with regards to security and stability throughout the continent?
We believe that Africa will rise to the occasion and assume her rightful place at the world stage. I believe that Africa cannot develop in the absence of the involvement of the youth and women. And we have listened to a youth leader that was very impatient, you know, of the progress, you know, Africa is registering. And they want to take charge, and they want to ensure that, you know, they are fully, you know, participating in the development and progress of Africa. So there is a lot of hope in the next 50 years, and we believe that it would be, you know, Africa's time, Africa's period, and we will all leave Addis, you know, resolve that, you know, the better days are ahead of us, as His Excellency has, you know, said. His Excellency lamented on the lack of unity, you know, of purpose. That's what we are experiencing. We do not focus on the nitty-gritties of Africa, and then Africa so suffering from the syndrome of more talk and less action. So he has urged Africans, you know, to trade within themselves. You know, African to understand, you know, and appreciate the vast resources that Allah has endowed us with. And if we look within, if we understand that if we want to progress, we would have to get away from the dictates of the others, of the West, because they are funding, they are financing, you know, our activities, and we have to be independent.
It's a milestone in a person's life, likewise in an organization's life, especially an organization such as the OAU/African Union, which is our leading continental political organization. And really, I think the celebrations have been most fitting, but it was not just about pomp and ceremony. I think there was also a lot of sober reflection on where we are at right now and where we hope to be in the next 50 years. So I think this has been a very important gathering, and the heads of states, as you know, have elaborated their vision for the next 50 years of the African Union. And key, I think, amongst that, you also had Echi yesterday, um, elucidating about the need for peace and security, sustainable peace and security on the continent.
It was a lot of hard talk, wasn't it?
Because, yes, I think it was important talk also, because we all know that without peace and security, we cannot move forward with the other development agenda that we have. But then also, quite apart from that, you know, there are a lot of forward-looking strategies as to how to move the continent forward. Part of the debate yesterday also, I think, you know, a very passionate debate was conducted on the means of financing the organization, so that we are not dependent on others, you know, for assistance and for support to implement our strategies and our programs. I think that was also very important. And in all these debates, His Excellency, the President of the Gambia, you know, made his voice heard.
The goals of such summits have been about improving the economic and political outlook of the continent, and the 24th ordinary session of the Assembly of Heads of State and Governments of the African Union, which opened on Sunday, was no different.
50 years from now, you will be 82. I hope 50 years from now, you will be able to travel to any part of Africa without requiring visa.
This contention is about the ICC and Kenya. I don't know what you take about that.
No, my God.
With the ICC and the African
The Kenyans have the duty and responsibility to decide to make their own decision. And if they have made their own decision, well, the international